Robin's farm.
Yes, in backwoods Ontario.
Yes, Eastern Ontario. Not Southern, Eastern.
Eastern, where we too are experiencing a lockdown.
Yes, unfortunately.
So today is January 2nd, 2021. Happy New Year.
Hoping for a better year.
No, this is going to be the year of the alien invasion.
No.
Oh yeah. You know what's gonna happen. Yeah.
Oh, this is not what I was thinking of. But we were just chatting away and we were comparing our habitation throw and we thought we'd better share this with everyone.
Yes. I'm done except for the ends. There's a quarter of it.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
I still have a few stripes to put in.
Do you know how long it's going to be in the end?
I didn't measure like you did. I think fairly big. It's a nice throw to put on my lap while I'm knitting away.
Nice. Yes. Mine's going to be I think mine is about 5 feet square.
Yeah.
I think it's about 5 feet. Yeah.
So these are from Advents, our own little Advent that we've done with friends. 5 other friends. 4 other friends? 4
other friends, yeah. Well, there were 5 of us all together.
Right.
Yeah.
And you were just saying how, even though it was not planned and we didn't know the colors, how they all match up fairly nicely. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very beautiful. So right now we're just working on some stuff that we haven't been doing over the Christmas holiday, because instead we've been doing our Advent Advent mini knitting, I guess.
Yes.
Everybody's been working on different things. I did the habitation throw. We also had, some of us bought that mini Advent calendar from Pretty String.
Yes. Which was based on Lord of the Rings. And to tell you the truth, these colors, the greens, are not necessarily what I would buy for myself, but I'm so happy with the colors anyways. And it's given me some ideas for future projects that I might use.
As soon as I saw the greens, because that's right in my wheelhouse, I decided that I couldn't make a shawl because I don't wear shawls really. And I thought I'm going to have to make a sweater. So I've just been I collected the minis and opened up a little baggie every day to see what was inside. And I was happy to see that there was a neutral color for the full skein on the 25th of December.
Yes.
So I'll have to figure something out. But it's probably going to be a pullover because I wear pullovers, but not so much shawls. I'm going to have a lot of shawls. I love making them, but I just don't wear them.
Yeah.
And what else? We're clearing off our needles. Well, I'm clearing off my needles, my sock needles, because I have Sock Madness starting up soon enough in February.
Yes.
Next month.
I've been participating, but it lasts maybe about a month or 2-3 rounds. She's a pro here.
Well, I found out that I'm very competitive. So yeah, I kind of keep going. Sleep is not necessary at all. So yeah, I'm trying to clear off some sock knitting projects to get my needles free for that. And we're also getting ready for a knit along that we're going to be announcing in January.
Yes.
Oh, the background noise, by the way, is my husband driving around on his skidoo because we had a big snowstorm and we received about at least 15 centimeters of snow in our
15,
area.
Yeah.
Yeah, here it's at least 15. Nice. Took a ruler out.
It's too bad it didn't snow in Christmas time.
Oh yeah.
I didn't like the green Christmas.
No.
But oh well.
Yeah, it's not the first time.
No.
No. So anyway, that's the noise. I apologize. If you hear other noises, I have sheep right behind the camera.
Yeah, we'll show you the sheep later. Later on.
But we just got our camera set up now, so we're just going to leave it as it is. And
yeah, because it took a good 10 minutes.
It took a little bit.
Propped on a bench, on a bin of yarns, and a
barbecue over a fire pit.
Right.
Holder.
Hanging over a can of paint.
Yeah. So it's precarious. We can show you that too when we're done. Yes, but this is our practice vlog. I'm not sure if this is going to get posted or not. Maybe parts of it will be, but we've never done a video recording of anything before, so we're just figuring stuff out.
Yeah, thought we'd try our hand in it too. Why not?
Why not?
Start 2021. A good start.
Yes. So anyway, before I said the story about the noise in the background, which is coming back, I think. We're also clearing our knitting needles because we're going to be having a knit along starting in the beginning of February.
Yeah.
We're going to be knitting a lopapesa, but it will be from Briggs and Little wool, because that really is the most affordable wool. And at this time when people are talking about expensive yarns and stuff and quality,
Just finishing off Christmas and New Year's.
yeah, and COVID, some people
Yeah.
may not have the most money right now
Unfortunately,
too.
yeah.
So Briggs and Little is, first of all, the oldest woolen mill company in Canada, and they also produce superior wool products.
Mhm.
So, and woolen spun, which is really good for warmth as well as for color work. So we're going to be doing a lapa peasa, so the gauge will be about 18 stitches over 4 inches, which means we will be using Briggs and Little heritage yarn, which has 50 some different colors, I think.
Yeah.
So we're going to be doing that with our little Rockland area knitter group, but also anybody else who would like to join. And it's just going to be choosing a pattern. I have chosen my pattern. I'm going to
I
be
haven't yet.
making by Jennifer Steingass. I think it's called Tea Light.
Oh, nice.
So I'm just
That's
going to do
nice.
it in the natural sheep colors. I'm going to have white or off-white or like a light gray and a medium gray and either black or the dark gray from Briggs and Little. So that'll be my sweater that I will be knitting.
Nice. I haven't decided yet. For those, you might not know this already, but we have started a blog. And so we will have links to different patterns. If you want to join in, you're not too sure what to do, what to make, you can take a look at those links and take it from there just to give you an idea. And we'll have more information too on how to order the yarn through us on our blog as well. So more information to come. Keep an eye on that. Yeah.
And our website is
Grumpy Sheep Happy Llama.
.ca.
Exactly.
Yeah, .ca for Canada.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, because we did mention we're in Eastern Ontario, but we actually the area where we live is Clarence Rockland, the city of Clarence Rockland. So I'm more in the city, if you call it a city.
Town.
I'm more in the town, while Robin is more on the outskirts of town. So yeah.
Yeah.
Very peaceful here. I love coming here. Not just for Robin, but for her sheep.
Yes. So yes. So I have a bunch of sheep, mixed breeds. I used to have purebreds, but the rams kept busting out. So now they're just a mishmash of Polworth, Shetland, Jacob, Cotswold, Romney Cross.
Yeah.
Shropshire. There might be a Shropshire bit in there too. I'm not sure, but yes. But they're beautiful, fine fleeces. They tend to be fine fleeces and multicolored sheep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're just limping along right now in the snow, making their paths. They're quiet.
Yeah, which is unusual.
It is. They're staring at us, but they're
wondering.
quiet.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're working on your shawl. You're wearing your sweater that you made a couple of years ago.
Yes, this is the Make Space sweater from I can never say her last name. Valimaki. So this was the first cardigan actually that I've made that actually fits me nice. I've learned a lot making this year. So basically, how to fit your knitting, how to fit your gauge to your knitting to your pattern, because I always thought that you had to follow the pattern exactly, and the sweater would never fit nicely on me until actually through one of Robin's friend Nancy and through Robin to basically explain to me how gauge works, and it was like, oh, a light bulb came on. Okay, this is how we work things out.
Yeah. And horizontal bust darts.
Yes, which are a good thing.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Yeah, fits the girls nicely.
Yeah, makes little pocketses.
Makes little pocketses, yeah. So this is really, really nice. I get complimented on this sweater all the time when I wear it, so
yeah, it's
I love
beautiful.
it. And it's got a nice lace shawl, nice lace pattern at the top.
And the yarn is by another Canadian, Riverside
Studios, yeah.
Yeah, which is just across the river from us.
Yeah. I forget the name though
of the colors.
Of the colors, because it's been a couple of years. It's on my project page. But yeah. So that's what I'm wearing, and then I'm wearing this lovely little cowl. This is from Lyrical Knits. This was one of her
her mystery
patterns, was Till the Cows Come Home. I loved doing this here, and I want to do another one actually. I have so many
little bits
that I can definitely do another one.
Nice.
So
how long is it?
It's not very long. It's just perfect.
Really
and
nice.
I love how it goes. Has the V going, the V.
So so you had to choose your colors.
Yeah, there's 3 colors.
So then she just says color 1, color 2, color 3.
Exactly.
So she's the one who decided the order.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. And this was the first time that I had to do a tabular cast on. I had no idea. This is a few years ago.
Yeah.
So what the hell's a tabular cast on? But
Yeah.
it's fairly easy.
Yeah, it is. A lot of people hate tabular cast on.
Oh, no, I like it actually.
Yeah,
It's not too bad.
No, it's not.
So.
And it makes a nice flat edge.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah. So this is really nice and warm.
Mm-hmm. And your toque?
And my toque is my hand spun toque. So this was it was Rami, I think, that I spun. And again, don't ask me the name of the pattern. It's in my project page there too. But yes, this is my toque that I knit up from my hand spun. Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I am wearing Jennifer Steingas sweater. It's a leaf. I forget what it's called. Autumnal leaf or something? Perhaps. Something leaf.
Yeah.
Anyway. And it's made out of Letlopi. And this was from a knit along that we did a couple of years ago, 2 or 3 years ago.
Was it?
Wasn't it? No, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was my own knit along.
We do a lot of knit alongs with our group, which is awesome. We have an awesome knitting group here in Clarence Rockland.
We do.
And they don't mind jumping in with the craziness and knitting along, which is awesome.
Yes, but sometimes you have to have a calendar sometimes just to take notes and keep track of what's happening when.
We have so much going on.
Yeah, but it's so much fun.
And yeah, so.
Yeah. So I'm doing that, and I'm supposed to be doing, well, these are supposed to be done already for Christmas Day. These are my Advent sock yarn sock. It's from Christine of Cozy Knitter.
Oh,
Cozy Knitter. She does striped socks, and this has 24 different colored stripes.
I've seen other podcasters knit up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I definitely want to jump on the bandwagon next year if she has that going
Oh,
on.
she
Or
should.
this year,
Yeah.
I should say.
Yeah, for Christmas 2020.
Yeah.
Usually she starts in September, where you can start to
Okay,
purchase
I'll have to
her
take a look
sock
at that,
yarns.
yeah.
Yeah. But it's really nice. I did it last year. Last year I was on time. I finished my socks for Christmas Day. This year I was completely overcome with obsessing about this blanket, so I knit my habitation throw. And at 20 grams doesn't seem like a lot, but it takes a good portion of the day to knit up the 20
especially
grams.
when you get to the longer parts. And I could see why this pattern is so popular. There's a ton, like thousands of people, thousands of projects. And it's just
addictive.
It is.
Yeah.
It's such a simple pattern, but so nice to knit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I liked it too because I was able to read at the same time that I was knitting this. So I got a lot of reading done.
It's good.
Yeah. I was pretty happy.
I want to read a book for Christmas 2021.
And what's that?
It's called...
We're prepared. This is totally... We just said, yeah, let's do this now. We were not prepared to do this at all.
Okay, hold on here. Okay, I wrote it in November because it's like I got to order the book in November.
Oh, okay. Oh, for next year?
Yeah.
Oh, you're really a planner.
Well, because... Okay, so I always think I have enough time. And I don't, because then it's like the day before and it's like I haven't even started yet. So it's like this year I will do my best to plan ahead.
Okay.
I do very good at work.
That's a nice book.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, this is the Legend Planner I got off Amazon.
Oh.
And it has at the beginning, it has your goals for the year, your goals in 3 months, how you're going to achieve them. There's a section for gratitude. And at the end of the month, there's a section where reflect of the month, what went well, what didn't go well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So I thought I would try that. We'll see. We'll see if I can manage.
Your last reflection can be whether this week worked or not.
Exactly.
Did I reflect every month, or did I totally blow it off?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we're gonna have to.
So while she's
out.
looking up her book, I just finished a book. Of course, I don't know the name of it, but it was an ebook. I bought it myself a Kobo this year, and I'm so glad I did. Oh my goodness!
I have a Kobo too. It's awesome where you can, you don't need to go out to buy a book. If you want to read, you could just go in.
And you can knit and read at the same time and don't have to worry about holding your pages over.
Yeah.
Although there are some books, I have to say, there are some books that need to be held in your hands.
Yes. Oh, I will never just go straight Kobo
No.
or straight Kindle. I love smelling
Oh.
the book. When I get the Ply magazine,
Oh.
that's the first thing I do. I don't look at the pictures. I smell it.
Yeah. So like Louise Penny, for example, she's a
still have to
person
read
where
her,
you
yeah.
have to hold the book in your hand.
Or
she's-
Outlander. Sorry, go ahead.
That's okay. Yes. I know you love Outlander.
I know.
Well, that's okay. A lot of people love Outlander.
I know.
Otherwise she wouldn't have
But
made so
I was
many
an
books.
Outlander fan before it became a series. So before it was on TV.
Oh goodness, yeah. We're talking in the 90s when she wrote the first one.
It's like 25 years ago. I think
Yeah.
that she wrote the first
I was
one.
sick with the flu when I read the first
Yeah.
one in bed.
Oh, really?
I ate orange slices and
Read the book?
Outlander and was really, really sick, and that's all I could do besides go to the bathroom
Oh.
because I was so sick. But it was nice being sick for that book.
Yeah, it's a good book.
Yeah.
It's a good read.
So the book, you found it.
Yes, it's called The Christmas Days, and it's 12 Christmas stories and 12 recipes that go with it. So you read it like 12 days before, or
Okay.
you could read it 12 days after Christmas, but it's short stories on
Okay.
Christmas, and there's there's some dark stories related to Christmas, and there's some fantastical stories. Anyways, it just looks really, really interesting to read, and I thought, well, I'm going to get that, and of course I saw that after Christmas,
Right.
so
Good.
that would be something to read for this Christmas.
Well, I just finished a book on Iceland because we were supposed to
Yes.
have a book to read along with our Lopapeasa.
So you did read it?
I read it. I was just supposed to look at it. Yeah, I failed
Was
at
it
that.
good?
I read it. It was good. I gave it a 3 out of 5. It wasn't a stellar, like, for me, Louise Penny, whom I love, she's a 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
So 3 for me, rating wise, is good. 4 is really good, and 5 is like you're hitting the top 10 of my life favorite books. For example, so Rohingya Mystery, his book, I gave it a 5. A Fine Balance.
Oh yes,
Because that book was amazing. So
Yeah.
we're hitting Mystery of Fine Balance.
Yeah.
That's a 5 out of 5. Louise Penny usually gets a 4, but this book got a 3. I enjoyed it, but I won't read it again. But I did enjoy it, and it's a series. So there's a part 2, and I purchased I purchased book 2. It's about an Icelandic lawyer actually who ended up being sort of doing some detective work because she was hired by this rich German lady to find out the reason for her son's death in Iceland in
Okay.
Reykjavik. Yeah. So, but now I'll have to suggest that book for our read along at the same time as we knit our Lopapeasa. But I'll have
Yeah.
to read the second one while everybody is reading the first.
Yeah.
It was good. It was Ursa, somebody's daughter.
Yeah, I remember you saying, showing that
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
book.
yeah, Ursa Goodman's daughter. I can't remember.
Next book, let's not do a mystery. Let's do something else after the Icelandic one.
Yeah, sure. No, the Icelandic one, it just happened to be a mystery.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just looking for Icelandic books, and that's
That
what
came up.
those tend to be the books that come from Iceland, I guess.
Yeah.
So, at least.
Isn't that country that they read? That's what they give each other at Christmas Eve to read at night. Is it that country, or is it a different country that does that?
They do what, sir?
They gift each other books for Christmas Eve, and that's what they do on Christmas Eve.
Oh,
they read.
I didn't
forget
hear
if
that.
it's them, if it's the Icelandic,
Oh, I don't
or
know.
if it's a different country.
Oh, is it a dead bird up there? There's a dead bird up there.
Oh, I was wondering about that. How did it get caught?
I guess it looks like a nest broke, and it got.
Well, no.
Yeah, it looks like there's a nest.
Well, how did it die there?
I don't know.
Did it get electrocuted?
I don't know.
Another big bird came and ate it?
I don't know. I just saw that.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a beehive thingy up there.
Yeah, there's another one. There's one there, and there's
Yeah.
one over there too behind the nest there.
Yeah.
And a tiny one starting.
Yes.
Oh, and then there's another nest over there on the wall.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the birds love this place.
Well, I don't blame them.
Yeah.
This is a fancy place
Yeah.
for birds.
All right. So what else? What else can we talk about? So we have our whips. We had our. Did we
What
do
we're
our
wearing.
whips? What we're wearing. What we plan on knitting. Have a juju.
Ooh.
The sugar will help your brain. Talking about books, but we need to like figure out a format. So for example.
Yeah,
and
but
then
I
what
showed
she's
up here
been-
not thinking we were going to vlog.
Oh,
so.
me too. Me too. Totally. And we're probably. Who knows what we're gonna do with this thing?
Mhm.
Just take little outtakes or something.
Yeah,
I didn't even brush my hair, so because I just came out of the shower. I was late this morning. So, so she does that, and then she does like what she's reading, reading, listening, watching is what she calls it, and then spinning or sewing,
we should
right?
do some spinning. Sewing. This is my year for sewing.
Me too.
This is my year for sewing. I've been thinking about
Did you
this.
write it in your book? Write it in your book.
This is my. I did actually.
Did you?
My fifth, because there's a section for dreams.
Okay. So we're gonna have sew-alongs too.
Yeah. So yeah, this is part of my. It says write down 50 dreams.
Oh, 50?
Yeah, I only got to 11.
Wow, that's a lot. And what's your list?
Sew my clothes.
Okay.
So
Uh-huh.
number 1, grumpy sheep, happy llama.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, sew my clothes.
Mhm.
Number 3, lose weight.
That's like, yeah.
Number 4, keep a budget. I'm doing pretty good with that.
Oh, good.
Number 5, after this stupid COVID, I want to travel with my family some. Not necessarily go overseas, but travel more within Ontario. Or I want to bring them to Manitoba.
Oh my God.
I was thinking more in the Atlantic.
Well, that too, but you have to go west. Go west, young man.
Yes,
Ask
yes.
Stefan.
Yes, I know. There's lots to see out west too, for
Because
sure.
he said, because we were talking about that, and I said, okay, so you could, he was saying, because he went to India last year, right?
Yeah.
And then he said, and I said, you should travel within Canada. There's so much to see in Canada. Because I've been everywhere except for the Yukon and the Northwest Territories.
Yeah, that's another,
I've been to every province, every territory. No. Is Nunavut a territory or province?
It's a territory.
Okay, so I've been to every place in Canada except the Northwest Territories and the Yukon. And it's so beautiful. Canada is so beautiful. And every place you go to, if you just go around and get out of your car and just go around and explore, it's so stunning.
Well, just even around here.
Oh.
Like we'll go out for drives and because we love to hit the tea shops.
Yes. And the little bodies of water we can sit and knit.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. There's lots of places to explore just around here. Mm-hmm. So
he was saying, yeah, but it would cost as much for he and my son to go to India for 2 weeks as it would to say go to Manitoba. That's true. I said yes, but wasn't that worth it? And he sat and thought about it for a second, and he said, yeah, Manitoba was just, it was so beautiful. See? And he had so much, and we did all these little exploration things within Manitoba, right? Well, and no, it's not because I'm biased. I was only 2 weeks old when I left Manitoba. Yes, I was born there, but I was tossed in the back seat at 2 weeks old, and we drove and moved to our next home. So,
yes, Robin is from out west. I'm from Northern Ontario, from Sudbury.
I'm the squarehead from Alberta, the English squarehead. She's a francophone, franco-ontarienne.
Franco-ontarienne, woohoo! Yeah.
But we're friends.
I want to grow. Well, last year I grew a veggie garden, and it turned out so well. I
your cucumbers were so good.
I want to add more to my veggie garden, and I want to add more flowers in my front yard, and I kind of want to do this fairy garden, not a tacky fairy garden, like a really nice fairy garden.
Mushrooms?
No, like a little fairy. You have like the little fairy doors, kind of like this here.
Oh.
I don't know.
Are you gonna build like a hobbit village?
Maybe.
Oh, cool.
Something along those lines. I don't know. Those are my dreams.
That's cool.
Number 1.
And you can plant dying plants. So
yeah.
you can double
dying
it up,
plants
right?
and tea plants would be awesome.
Tea would be awesome.
Yeah.
And well, both actually would be very awesome.
Yeah.
I made my first cheese this year. No, last year. I guess it was just before Christmas.
Nice.
It's so friggin' easy to make cream cheese. It's easier than making yogurt.
Really?
Yeah. Who knew? So on Christmas Day, I got to enjoy my usual smoked oysters on cream cheese with a slice of sweet pickle.
Okay.
It's called sweet pickles, right? Yeah. Those thin
so.
Slices. Anyway, a sweet pickle on a cracker. Oh, so it's the cracker, the cream cheese, a slice of sweet pickle, and a smoked oyster on top. And that's
not my thing.
Christmas thing. It was so yummy.
I'm not a
homemade cream cheese.
Oh, this should be interesting.
Yes, it was very good. I have to make some more. So your list. So those are your things you want to do.
So far, yeah.
Awesome.
Why were we going there?
I don't remember.
Anyways. Oh yeah, because of the sewing.
Oh yes, the sewing.
I ordered.
This is how all of our conversations are.
I ordered the 2 books from Tilly, her first books.
Oh, good.
First 2 books,
yeah, the stretch and the other one. Yeah. The
yeah.
second one was stretch. And the first one was
So
Tilly and the Buttons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I've been watching other podcasters who sew as well, and there's one in particular who's always doing her Frankie T shirt, and I love it, and I want to do that.
Oh, good.
And I want to do dresses for myself.
Oh yeah.
I'm tired of going to the malls to buying my own stuff. I want to make them.
Because there's such I guess that's where I got off on the cheese. It's such a huge satisfaction to not only grow your own stuff, but like we're both spinners too, right? So I have the sheep in the backyard. We shear them, you wash the fiber, you spin it, you knit it. And there is this huge satisfaction in doing so. In fact, when I was making the tortilla this year, I was thinking I'm using my own lard.
Yeah.
One year I made lard because I forget why we had so much pork fat. Anyway, I made my own lard, which was good because the stores didn't have any. So I was thinking, imagine if I had my own pigs. because all the other parts were, you know, and then you can grind did I tell you about when I grew flour one year, or I grew
Yeah, you didn't make enough though.
Well, I didn't grow enough.
Yeah.
So who knew? So I remember I had this massive garden, this huge garden. I thought, I want to grow my own wheat for my own bread. So I ordered some seed, but apparently you need more than one seed packet
to make bread.
So I grew it in my garden, and I still remember I was out there harvesting my wheat and I had a mixing bowl and a pair of scissors, and I'm snipping off the top. So these tractors are going by with their combines down the road, and I'm out in my garden, snip, snip, snip my little tops of my wheat. And I had my bowl, and I had purchased this hand crank wheat grinder, right? Cool. To make my own flour. I didn't even have enough flour to make one muffin. Not even like a muffin recipe, but not even to make one
muffin.
So I thought...
you came up with what, a tablespoon, a teaspoon?
A couple of tablespoons, yeah. Yeah.
So you would need...
a whole field, like acres of wheat to make your own bread.
One flour. To make one package of flour, you think? Like one...
Oh, to make like a half a pound or whatever?
Yeah, you think you would need a whole field?
Well, I don't know.
Wow. Yeah.
But it's so satisfying at such a deep, it's like almost cellular level.
It is.
To be able to create your own stuff from scratch. And that's why I enjoy it. Like, I love making my own yogurt. My husband won't touch it because he believes in store-bought stuff. But I make my own yogurt. I used to do my own tea. What is it called? Kombucha. But I haven't done that in a while. And sourdough. I make my own sourdough stuff. And my son loves it. My husband doesn't like it, but that's okay. And I thought this year I want to try cheese. So I started my first thing, which was cream cheese, and it was so easy. Because with the milk, like when you're making yogurt, you have to heat it up. So you have to stand there and you have to stir it while it comes to almost boiling, right?
Okay.
So with cream cheese, you don't do anything. You have to do a lot of waiting.
Oh.
So then you mix your milk and you mix your cream and you put some bacteria stuff inside of it to grow, and then you stick it in your oven with the light turned on, because the light of your oven creates enough heat.
Oh.
And let it sit there for 12 hours, and then when that's done, 12 hour like that you do it the night before, and then the next morning you get up and you empty it into cheesecloth, and then let it hang over a bowl on your counter for a day. Huh. And then you got cream cheese. So there's like nothing to it.
Does it taste like store-bought, like Philadelphia cheese, or so way better?
Yeah, I have to add a bit of salt, but the salt is whatever you decide, right? Yeah. And I forget how much I put in.
That's interesting, because my husband is doing he's having blood pressure issues.
Oh.
And so he's having to take some meds now, and he's quite upset because a lot of the food that he likes to eat is very salty. So he's very he's pitiful right now.
No more potato chips. No more salted peanuts.
Yeah, so maybe I can and he likes eating cream cheese, like on bread and stuff. And so maybe if I do my own, and I just don't put so much salt that you would normally see or find in store-bought, maybe he would enjoy that, and that would be something for him.
I don't think I put in, I don't remember how much I put in, I'd have to look it up, but I put hardly in, I didn't put the full amount in that they requested. Yeah. And I can't remember how much it was. But it was so good, and it was spreadable, and it was better than the spreadable Philadelphia cream cheese, because that has in the tub it has a funny flavor compared to when you get it in the
plastic meat.
Right? I don't know what it is, but to make it spreadable, they do something to it, and it doesn't taste as good as the one that's in the brick. Whereas mine tasted great. So, and I just ran out yesterday, so now I need to make some more. But it just takes 35% or 30, whatever it is, the whipping cream. Yeah. 2 cups of that, 2 cups of whole milk.
Really, eh?
And a little bit of salt, and that's it. And your bacteria. You need the bacteria to go in.
Where do you get your bacteria from?
From a cheese place in the U.S. Moo cheese.
Would there be any around here, you think?
I don't know. Maybe. This is just a place that I knew about from.
Right.
Back when I started thinking a few years ago that someday I would like to make my own cheese.
I don't know. There's something about the slow movement, eh? Slow. What do they call that? Slow wardrobes. Slow everything.
Well, it's just sustainable, right? Yeah. And it's, like I said, it's so satisfying to make your own stuff. So yes, so that's your list. My list is to make cheese.
Yeah.
Of course, the Grumpy Sheep, Happy Llama. Of course. I would like to finish a ton of projects that I have on the go. I really want to finish. I got so many things that I've started and haven't finished. Yeah, so do
I. Like, I really want to get that done before we start our new knit along.
Yes, which one? The throwback?
Yes.
Yeah.
I really need to get my throwback done. Okay, so this is almost done.
Yeah.
This is almost done. Throwback is almost done too. I just have the sleeves to do.
Me too.
And I want to finish the...
So there's my throwback.
Yeah, that's awesome. Those are awesome colors.
Thank you. But I turned it into a sweater instead of a cardigan. But I just have my sleeves to do.
Yeah.
So.
And then I want to finish that garden variety shawl from Paper Daisy. Oh, which is gorgeous.
Oh yeah, remind me.
Huh?
Remind me when you're finished.
And is there something else?
Oh, there are so many things.
It's kind of like shoved it in the
Did
back.
you finish your Hogwarts cardigan?
No, I need to finish the Hogwarts too.
Oh, and in February we're also supposed to finish our Jennifer Stein gas
finish.
that week.
It's a redo.
Mine's a redo too. I don't have anything on the needles
Because last year, right before the freaking lockdown, we trekked off to Ottawa, a bunch of us.
It was a big city trip.
Yeah, and we had breakfast, which was awesome.
Yeah, it was a van full of us, eh?
Yeah.
How many of us? 6?
6 or 7, because the van was full.
It was full.
The yarn van.
Yeah.
The sheep van, actually. Anyways.
So where did we start? For breakfast first? Then we went to Gatineau?
No. We went to breakfast, and then we went to Wabi Sabi. Right?
Because they had a trunk show with Roots and Rain.
And then someone was missing, couldn't find what they needed. So we're like, well, let's go to La Brioche Tricotée. It's La Brioche Tricotée, I think it's called.
I think so, yeah.
It's a new yarn shop in Gatineau.
They had just opened, and they have like a coffee thing, and they have yarn, and they had just opened.
Yeah, they had just opened. So like, let's head off over there to see what's there. So we
did that, and we blew a bunch of money and drank coffee.
And that's where we found out that Sock Madness, the first pattern dropped.
Yes.
So of course we had to buy yarn there.
I'm wearing those today, actually. Those socks. Yes.
Cool.
So yeah.
So yeah, we did that, and then it was we were getting hungry for lunch slash supper, so we went back to Ottawa in the Wellington area, which is close to Wabi Sabi.
And we found that little place that's like the size of my bathroom.
So cute. It was like the size of this here, actually.
Yeah.
But the food was awesome.
Oh, it was amazing. Because we're all squished in, and you can't stand up straight.
Kind of like crooked.
So low, yeah. But you're like this, so you have to eat like this because it was the smallest.
And we were sitting in the back, and I was like, I can't sit in the back because I was feeling claustrophobic.
Because the ceiling was so low,
yeah,
too,
and we
right?
were crooked.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
it was hilarious, but the food was amazing.
Oh, it was awesome. I would go back.
Oh,
I
me
miss
too.
it. I want to go back.
If it's
but
still
of course
open.
we can't. Yeah, unfortunately.
If it survived COVID, right?
Yeah. And then we went back to Wabi Sabi.
Because we were just there. Why not?
Let's go take another look. And that's when we decided
that we were going to do because then we went to the coffee shop. We went
we went to Starbucks.
Was that before or after our second trip to Wabi Sabi?
It was after our second trip to Wabi Sabi. We went to Starbucks, and then Robin, the
instigator,
enabler of cows, yeah. I was starting these socks with the yarn that I just bought at Wabi Sabi.
Me too.
And how did it all happen? We were just talking about a pattern.
And then I said, we should do a Jennifer Stein gas knit along with our yarns from Roots and Rain.
And so everybody that was, and
I said, and we should come back to my house and have a party, a cast-on party that night.
So everybody...
Because this is when Stefan and Antoine were in India.
Yeah, that's right.
So nobody was home.
And there was one, Kim was missing. She wasn't able, did she leave earlier? She wasn't able to come with us that day. Anyways. And we had to text Kim right away. So we texted Kim.
He said, come to my house at this time. And she had no idea what was going on. And then Amy joined us, just because we have to include Amy.
Yeah.
So then we ended up with all these people at our house. It was crazy. Hi, Annie.
Oh, does that... yeah, so we did, we had this bright idea to do this knit along of Jennifer Stein gas. Last minute knit along, which was fun. We had an awesome time. I think I have pics actually of all of us. Around your table.
I have some too.
I'd have to show that.
And it was like, bring some food to eat because we're all going to eat. So that's where Wendy made that amazing salad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had wine. I think Louise brought the wine and jujubes and all kinds
of junk food. I have pictures of you and Louise looking in your big bin of needles. You're trying to find this particular size of needles. Anyways, that was really fun. But we never finished that cow.
No, well, I had to take mine out because it was too... When you choose...
Yes, mine was too big too.
Yeah, yes. So when I found out that when you choose... Yeah. When you're choosing a yoke sweater, the yoke size is based on your shoulder measurements. But then when you choose a sweater, you're told to make a sweater 3 or 4 inches bigger than your bust measurement.
Yeah.
But I think what they mean is not your full bust, but your underarm, like your high bust, upper bust measurement. Because when I did that for my lower bust measurement, which is 2 inches bigger than my upper bust, then this thing became massive. It was like a wall hanging size. It was huge.
Yeah.
And it had all this extra fabric in it. So I ripped it out. And then I thought, no, it's got to be your upper bust measurement. So, but I haven't cast on again. But I think that's
no,
what
I
will.
haven't neither. But yeah, so that's the redo cow that we want to do. But it's funny you mentioned about knitting or measuring the top of your bust, because when I want to, because I've been watching a lot of sewing podcasts, because I need to get my head around that and my mojo and feel comfortable and know what the hell I'm doing, right? But there was one podcaster who had mentioned that you should measure the top of your bust and like the middle part, and whatever is, I'm gonna have to go back. Whatever is smaller or bigger, that's the one that you would choose to the size. Yeah.
Because as long as things fit in your shoulders,
exactly,
then it fits. So that would be your upper bust.
Exactly. I was kind of happy it was too big, because it's like, for one, something is too big and not too small.
But then it also means a do-over.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, if your face is in the shade, so you're gonna have to move your chair forward.
Okay. The sun,
right?
The beautiful sun. It's actually warm, which is nice.
In the sun. Well, we have the shelter too, which is why we have to keep scooching forward, because the sun keeps going higher, which is okay.
Yeah.
So that's our February thing. So we have to do that. So
maybe I should write that down now.
1 year later. Yeah, you gotta keep track.
Oh, you're talking about February. Okay.
Yeah. Well, there's your pen.
There you go. Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So February we have to do that, but then we're also doing our local pesa
Well,
as a cow.
are we doing the local pesa cow, or and do the redo later?
Or at the same time? No?
That's what I mean by the enabler here.
Not at the same time? It could be a competition.
You'll win. It's no competition.
Well, I don't know, but I don't always have the best stick-to-itiveness. I get distracted easily. And it's funny because I don't have ADHD, whatever you call it, attention deficit disorder. I don't have that.
Well, with the knitting, yeah.
With knitting I do, but it's not like a disorder that I have.
No,
it's just that I want to do all the things right now.
Yeah. Like all of us knitters. We all want to do all the things.
Like all the things. And I get distracted because then I read Ply magazine and they talk about dyeing your wool with oranges. So then what does Robin do? Eat a whole bunch of oranges. Get the runs, collect oranges from everybody else, and then put it in a dye bath and then throw some wool in.
Hello, c'est pas toute seule. I don't know if you can see, but this is
Annie the beagle.
Annie.
Annie, oh, you just pulled a thread. Yeah. Annie, stay down. Down. Oh, good girl. You can be loved without having to be on people's laps.
I could maybe fix that when I...
Yeah.
Je sais que t'es là.
Yeah.
Je sais que t'es là. Why?
Jeepers. Okay, which color
Okay.
am I on? Yes, so I can show you my orange dyed. Don't eat a lot of oranges in a short period of time. I guess that's with anything, right? Anyway, there's the color. Oh yeah, it's starting to sweat. It's a good thing I opened the bag.
Oh yeah, right in the sun.
Yeah, so there's the color. It didn't come out the same color as they had said, but perhaps...
Maybe you should show it a little bit closer.
Oh, sorry, but perhaps when I spin it, it will darken, right?
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Did they have the yarn or the...
They just showed the fleece in the dye bath. They didn't show the yarn afterwards.
Oh, okay. Anyway, it's kind of a goldy yellow. Yeah, I can't remember now.
I think it's more on the tan, but...
Yeah.
But it's nice anyways. I would like to see it spun up. It might look different.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it'll look darker once it's spun, I think. But, like, there's a lock. I can't remember if this is Charlie or Barney. Looks like Barney.
So Barney is what?
Barney is Cotswold Romney Cross. I think he has BFL in him, too.
Oh, I love BFL.
Yeah, but he has. I mean, that's all just an amalgamation, right? It's just a big combination of stuff. Yeah.
Nice.
Thanks. So we'll see what happens with that. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it, but then, of course, I had to stop everything to give this a try. And that's just kind of how it works. And then I saw this beautiful cabled sweater, and I was looking at it, and I thought, Shropshire. I have Shropshire. I used to have a Shropshire ram. His name was Zeus. And then I thought, okay, how would that look? So then I had to get up and stop everything and go out to the barn and card it, and now I have to spin it and see if that will work for this thing, because usually when you do a cable, for sure you do a minimum of 3 plies, but you normally have like a Romney or some lustrous fleece, long wool, or longish wool. Whereas Zeus, the Shropshire, is a down breed, which means it has a matte finish and very short, bouncy stuff. So how is that going to work? But the sweater just looked at me and said, no, I need to be a Shropshire.
Yeah. It's funny. I find that crazy. I said that in my blog, actually. It's funny how fleece can talk to you, right?
Right.
Kind of tells you what it wants to be.
Well, the fleece hasn't spoken to me yet. It was the picture of the sweater that said. So that's what I have to sample and try and see what happens. But then, of course, you know, a day stop. I've lost a day to that. To grabbing it and washing it and carding it.
Yeah.
I haven't spun it yet. And then, you know, I thought, oh, I got to make some... I'm going to do a blend of 65% wool, 15% silk, and 20% Angora. Let's try that. and then I also, in Ply magazine, I was reading, the latest issue was Warmth.
Yes.
And Jennifer Dobson was on there, and she was talking about, she got up in the morning, it was a cold wintry morning, she put on her merino underlayer.
Yes, I read that too.
And then put her cabled sweater on. And I thought, oh, Stefan, that's what he needs, is merino underlayer. Because he keeps wearing shirts under his sweaters, and that's what makes you too hot, right? Because like right today, I'm purposely wearing a t-shirt under my sweater. Normally I just wear my sweater next to my skin. But because we're sitting outside and it's minus whatever, I knew I needed the extra warmth without having to put a jacket on. So I'm wearing a cotton t-shirt underneath my wool sweater. So I'm warmer than I would be normally. And that's what he does. And then he says, I'm too hot. But he's such a wuss, he can't handle wool up against his skin. So I thought, well, merino, he can't complain about merino.
No, exactly.
And then the Fiber Garden, of course, had a sale.
Oh, did they?
They did.
Oh, Boxing Day sale, I guess. Yeah, there are lots of that.
Well, it was the month of December. They have a different thing on sale for a whole month. So then they still had some left of this one color. It's kind of like a powder blue merino.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
that'll look good on him.
It's quite nice. But it's going to be an undershirt, right? So then I bought 500 grams, or almost 454 grams, actually 1 pound of that. And then it arrived in, like, he wasn't even supposed to open his shop until Wednesday. He mailed it Monday.
Oh, nice.
I got it Thursday.
Nice.
So talk about customer service.
Yeah.
That's the Fiber Garden. They're in Southern Ontario.
They're awesome.
They're awesome. So anyway, then I had to start spinning that. So, you know.
I unfortunately have not been spinning at all. It was because, again, you know, I'm off for a week and I figure I have all the time in the world. And I don't.
No.
Because I was busy knitting on this habitation throw. Because I needed to get it done.
Yes.
Just because, like, it's addictive.
It is.
And I wanted to finish this here too from Pretty Strings. Well, the yarn is from Pretty Strings, and the shawl, it came with the pattern shawl came with the advent calendar.
Madvent, it was called. The Madvent shawl.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's by somebody.
Carolyn.
Lyle.
Carolyn. Oh, we'll write it down.
Yeah.
Just check the screen below.
We have to figure that out.
Yeah, exactly.
Across the screen. Yeah.
So yeah, I've been busy trying to get this done, and realizing that I'm not a fast knitter. Anyways, so yeah, so I need to concentrate on my spinning too. I want to get my drop spindling done so I can dye it, because I want to dye that as well.
Yeah, she wants me to show her how to do some dyeing.
I want it like a nice earthy tone. When I saw the orange, I was like, oh, that's cool too to do the orange, but looking at your results, I'm not so sure now. I don't think I want to eat a ton of oranges. So
no, but if you want orange, we can certainly make orange.
Yeah, we can. But we'll look at that. We'll look at that.
Yeah.
What else was I gonna say? Oh yes. Oh yes. And we were supposed to, with our spinning glue.
Yes.
We were supposed to spin and then knit something out of knit a sweater.
Yeah, I've started mine.
So I need to get my ass going with that too.
Yeah, mine's
that's something else we need to finish.
What?
Our seaweed vest.
Oh, I know. That's why I'm getting this off my needles. I have the sleeves to do.
Yeah.
This is part of my finish those whips by the end of January,
my throwback was that too, yeah.
Yeah, so this and the seaweed.
Yeah.
So as soon as this is done, seaweed is actually
the next one up.
It might even be after I finish these socks.
Yeah, no, finish those socks. Because you'll finish that in no time.
Yes. Oh, yes, and I meant to tell you, speaking of socks. So for my parents for Christmas this year, because Anna Knitter podcast,
Yeah.
she had a Christmas prep along that started in July. And thanks to her,
Yeah, you were able to finish your 5 socks, right?
I was able to finish all the stuff that I needed to do for Christmas. Oh yeah, your mittens, you didn't show your mittens. So what I had planned to do was...
Oh no,
That's okay.
I'll put a picture.
That's okay. So for our mini advent calendar that we did with each other for the 20 grams of socks, and we each produced, you know, whatever we needed for our group.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure about what else to give in the gift, and I wanted to have something special to open on the 25th. Not that anybody actually opened their gift on the 25th.
24th, that counts.
I made everybody a pair of mittens. So everybody got
Beautiful
a pair of mittens. And I tried to do it according to what I think about them. So Wendy got the chicken ones.
Oh, I didn't see hers.
No, because she didn't know that everybody got a pair because she was a part of our mini sock group, right?
Right. She will be this year.
Yeah. So I made her the chicken mittens because she has chickens, and I made you the roses because of your sweater you want to make from the Susan,
the vintage
Shetland book.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. So
the
that's
rose cardigan. Yeah.
That's why I chose those for you because of that. And then Jo, I made her snowflake mittens because of Frozen. She and her daughter love Frozen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then Kim, I made the horse mittens because she's obsessed with horses.
Yes.
And then Anna, I made dwarves.
Oh, nice.
I made dwarf
because she's obsessed with the gnomes.
Gnomes, yes. There were no mittens, but but they're too small. So I just have to get them back from her. Well, she's got itty bitty hands, but I guess they're not that itty bitty. The circumference is okay. It's just the length. I was like an inch and a bit off from the length.
That's why you had asked us that one time. You said, I'm knitting mittens. Was that the reason why you wanted to know what her circumference was? Yeah.
Maybe. I was trying to hide that, I guess. Yeah, kind of. But, so for Anna, I didn't have her measurements at all. Oh. But she's tiny. Like if she turned sideways, you wouldn't see her. So
yeah, she's. I'm two of Anna. No.
Yeah, well, me too. You know, you see me coming. I'm like a tank on the horizon. But anyway, so it came out too short. But all I have to do, because the top was just plain for the mittens that I had knit her, all I have to do is take off the top and knit an extra length.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
So it'll be easy peasy, but I just haven't seen
there's something with her thumb too, I think she was saying.
The thumb is the same thing, but the thumb is a single color.
Oh, okay.
So that won't be a problem, so.
Yes. Yeah.
So anyway, I made everybody mittens, and I forget where, so I got that done, but that was crazy knitting, because I had to get those things done.
Before the end of
November. So that had to be all done. I didn't have time to block everybody's mittens, but they got knit. Yeah, and then I had to make my parents presents because they are extremely knitworthy. So I made my mom that garden shawl.
Yes.
Out of all...
she must have really liked that.
Oh yeah, my dad too. They were all over it. So that was made from naturally dyed yarn from Germany. I can't remember, Kunste? I don't know how to pronounce it. Anyway, Kunstvolle? Something like that. In Germany. The yarn was gorgeous. And what I like about naturally dyed fibers is it doesn't matter if they go together or not, because you just put them all together and they go together, right?
Kind of like the haberdashery thread.
Yeah, it just matches.
Yeah.
So anyway, I made my mom that stole. It's a long rectangular stole from Paper Daisy. I was a test knitter for that.
It's beautiful.
It's really colorful. And but again, I don't wear shawls, but I wanted to test for Paper Daisy because I like her. And then I knit my mom a pair of owl mittens because her favorite animal are owls. Okay. So she got those, and then my dad was freaking out because there's a little baby owl on the thumb. So anyway, they were going crazy over their gifts. Each one was wrapped, and they were exclaiming all over the place. And then my dad, so my mom got that. She also got a pair of ankle socks that I had made her. The owl mittens. She got a little mug cozy for her. Oh, we did too. Thank you. You're welcome. Yours are hand spun and hand dyed. I noticed they were hand spun. I didn't realize they were hand dyed though. Yeah, thank you. You're welcome. But my mom and dad, they just got like store-bought leftovers. But anyway, so my dad had two, because one for going out and one for Tim Hortons. But he said, oh yeah. So I don't know what this one is for. He said, it doesn't have a thing for a handle. Where are you going to find a coffee without a handle? And I said, Dad, Tim Hortons, when you get the takeaway. Oh. Yeah.
Didn't think of that.
Yeah, so he's got one for takeaway cups, and he's got one for when he sits down at his coffee shop and has it at the coffee shop.
Nice.
So then I also got him some hankies because he always, hey, what are you doing? He always blows his nose. He's got like a rhino blah blah, whatever it is. And he has a drippy nose all the time.
Oh, okay.
So got him, and then he asked me. They were what do you call it? What's that cotton fabric that is kind of fuzzy feeling? Flannelette.
Oh yeah.
They were flannelette, and he said, "These are really nice, but how am I going to clean the snot off these?"
Yuck.
And I said, hot water. I don't know. How else do you clean it? I guess he was concerned because it was flannelette and it would be more sticky. Anyway, whatever. So then he was all excited because he also got 3 pairs of socks to try to make up. Like I tried to do the quantity equal with knitting time, right?
Yeah.
So my dad has, his feet are 12 inches long. So size 15 men's feet, which works out to 12 inches long. So that's a lot of yarn.
A lot of knitting.
A lot of knitting. And plus he's 6'6". So when you're knitting a leg, it has to be longer than my legs because I'm only 6 feet.
Yeah.
So then I only did his legs like an extra ½ inch. Whatever. He thinks they're perfect. So he was like, I've got elf socks. And he was so excited about his elf socks. I said, which one are those? Oh, they're green. And they've got Christmas trees and snowflakes on the top and at the bottom.
Oh,
and
yeah,
said,
those were nice ones.
Yeah. And he said, oh my God, they fit perfect. He was just so excited. And then he said, I have these other green socks. And I said, yes, they have trees on them too. No, they don't. Yes, they do. Look closely, Dad. It's got texture on all around the top underneath the ribbing. And there were spruce trees that were all done by slip stitches and stuff. It was really cool to make. So he had those, and then I also made him another pair of Christmas socks from the West Yorkshire Spinners Christmas colorway. So, and he happened to be wearing the ones I made him last year, the Christmas socks from West Yorkshire Spinners. So he was so excited, he just couldn't, the two of them just couldn't get over everything. And then my dad had to phone me the next day, I'm wearing my green and my elf socks. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I knit too for my family, not as much as you did though. So for my son, I knitted him his cow from The Snuggle is Real by Max the Knitter. Yeah, so he loves it.
Was it Hottie in a Hoodie? Is that what his name is?
No.
The grocery girls call him something like that, right?
Do,
Hottie in a Hoodie, yeah. Maxim.
Maxim, yeah. So Sam got The Snuggle is Real. I knit my mom's a pair of socks too with the West Yorkshire
Spinners.
The robin colorway.
So, the Christmas robin.
Yeah, the Christmas robin.
Yes.
So she got that.
Nice.
The cuff, heel, and toe red.
Yeah.
And then for Patrick, my husband is a slipper kind of guy, so he got slippers.
Nice.
So yeah.
Well, last year you made him that gorgeous cardigan, right?
I did. I made cardigan out of the Briggs and Riddle. Yeah, he loves that cardigan. So I want him to knit him some more, and he said, no, one cardigan is good enough for me. He says, just keep knitting the slippers.
Oh, what about socks?
Yes, socks. He loves
he likes socks too?
Yeah.
That's good.
So yeah.
That's good. And that's what I like about the Briggs and Little too, is that if you feel like your item is going to be really heavy, but for some reason when you wash it the first time, it becomes lighter.
Yeah.
I can't figure that out.
Yeah, he loves it. He loves his, and I was afraid that he would think it would be too picky, and he doesn't find it picky at all. He loves it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, or scratchy.
Yeah, I knew what you meant, Yeah, I guess that's the word in English, right?
Yeah.
Picky is like a French,
yeah,
a franglais thing.
A franglais thing. A Frank Ontario thing.
Yes. I don't know what the French do, but yeah.
Anyways.
Or Quebec.
Yeah.
Yep. So yes. Okay, and what about watching? Oh my God, we've been totally binge watching Absentia.
What's Absentia?
That's on Prime.
That's Prime.
It's Absentia. Watch it. Stefan is not somebody who can sit and watch. It's a TV show. They only have 2 seasons right now in Canada. In the States, they have season 3.
Okay.
But in Canada, we don't have season 3 yet.
What is it, a sci-fi thing?
No, it's not actually. It's a detective kind of thing. It's about a FBI cop who was abducted and she was tortured for 6 years. And then she finally escapes. Anyway, it's this whole mental labyrinth of who did it. And it's just, you have to keep watching it. So we spent a week. We watch, and Stefan, like I said, doesn't do this at all. He watches this show, that's it, that's all. He moves on, he wants to watch hockey or whatever. He won't sit, for one thing, he doesn't like to watch TV series. And secondly, he will not watch TV series with more than 1 episode in it. But
This
The only thing, oh yeah, the only thing that pulled us away from the TV was the fact that it was way past our bedtime. So, and anyway, we watched the last one last night, and then we're looking for season 3, and that's how we discovered it's not on Prime Canada yet.
Yeah.
But holy Hannah, it's just, I guessed it. The second season, I guessed who done it. Yeah, I was very impressed. I said, I called it. But the first one, yeah, no idea. It was really good, and it's just got you. Yeah.
I haven't been really well. Okay, so I have Prime too, but I've been watching The Golden Girls.
Oh, have you? That was a good show
Yes.
the other day. That was fun.
It reminds me a bit of my dad because my dad loved watching The Golden Girls.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right.
And they're fun. Anyways, but no, I haven't. Other than that, no, we've been watching a lot of Christmas movies before Christmas with Sam and my hubby, and my mom.
Yeah.
So, we watched Jingle Jangle. Oh, so good.
I don't.
It's on Netflix.
Is it a movie?
It's a movie. It's a Christmas movie.
Okay.
It's so good. So well done. It's a musical almost. So Sam loved it, except for the singing, he said.
Yeah.
But it was so good. And it's a musical, but like more modern kind of music.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's really, a really nice story.
Well, that's good.
Really, really nice. Yeah.
Good. No, during the day I've been watching X-Files again because I love X-Files. Love X-Files.
She's very sci-fi. Not so much.
Yes. What can I say? Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna say goodbye.
Oh yes. Bye. Oh yeah. Did we introduce ourselves, by the way?
I don't think so.
I'm Robin.
I'm Sylvie.
And this has been an interesting time talking to you from my backyard in Eastern Ontario. Here's Stefan, my husband.
No, c'est correct. Vita.
We can show you another Franco-Ontarien to balance out my English tycotic.
Bye.
Anyway, yes. So nice talking to you. We'll figure this out.
Yeah, we might show this, we might not.
Yeah.
We might show snippets, we might not.
Yeah, we'll have to see, but we'll be back because it was fun.
Yes, it was.
It
Bye.
wasn't as awkward as I thought.
No.
Bye.